cost $1 million to make it. This is kind of like a little water fountain outside our library. But this is our only library. This is the main library here. And there's 6 floors, and as you go up the floors, it gets quieter. So on the very first floor, you can kind of talk to your friends that you're sitting with. On the next floor, it's a little bit quieter. You kind of have to whisper. And then as you go up, it gets quieter. So on the 6th floor, you have to be totally silent. It's for the people who like to study in total silence. And okay. Don't want to go inside the library? Here, we're gonna follow this group. And we're gonna go in the library, so we have to be. Shh. Do y'all like to read? Yeah. Here you can get all. You're gonna see all the books.
Even comic books? Yes. Comic books.
So whenever they check out books, you can just put them back.
Whoa. Book drop. I recorded. I used to. Wow, this is the library. Do not enter. Well, we're entering. Wow.
Big archway in the middle of that building. That's called our Sally Port. And whenever new students come, it's their first night coming to Rice, is to signify you leave. Serious projects that take them all year to do, and so they are always in there. Like 9 times out of 10 that you walk by, you'll see an Archie in there because and it's really hard to get into. It's really cool. This is Razor Hall. You're gonna have a lot of English classes there, mainly language classes. So if you want to take Italian, French, Spanish, you would take all of those over there. Willie statue. Our university was named after William Marsh, and he was a businessman. He owned a lot of oil, and he had a ton of money. So for his will, he wanted all of his money to be donated towards building the university. Well, he was actually murdered by a local lawyer in town, and they doctored his will to change to where all of his money upon his death would go to them. Well, one of his friends said, well, that's not right, that wouldn't happen, and knew that he was murdered, so he ordered an autopsy so that they could prove that he was murdered. And so it took a few years, of course, and you're really not supposed to climb it, but there are students. People will put a scarf around his neck. Around Christmas time, they'll put a Santa hat on his head. For Halloween, they'll put some kind of costume on him. Yeah. So for a prank. And so they wanted to pull a Jack on the campus. And so they figured out a way, because they're really, really smart. They were able to turn the statue around. And anyway, so it's still to this day, they were able to figure out who one of the students was. They caught him, but they couldn't figure out who the others were. And so still to this day, they don't know who a couple of them were, but they had to get it changed back. And anyway, so that's kind of a fun story. And Even the professionals who were hired to come and switch it back, they didn't know how to, because the Rice students who did it, they were too smart. There's a lot of political science classes over here, so if you want to learn about government or the president or how politics and elections work, you can take classes here. I have a class there now, and I had one last year too. Yeah, you can bring any clothes you want. You can bring flip-flops, anything.
I think all college is the same, no?
Yeah, you don't have to bring shoes.
I'll just work in my pajamas.
How many years do you need to stay in Rice to
Yeah, I'll bring anything.
Oh, that guy over there is. Oh.
Okay, so it's kind of broken down into our south side, which is over there on the other side of the quad, and then our north side. And we have north colleges and south colleges, and there's 11 of them. So whenever you come, they have their own things that are important to them. They each have their own government and president, and they can decide how they do things. If they want to spend $2,000 on a new TV for the Commons, which is where everybody can go and enjoy it, they can spend $2,000 on a TV.
And they're
Want to spend $100 on pizza? They can, because they're the government of that college and they can vote on it and decide. So it's really cool. But if one college wants to spend their money somewhere else, they can do that too. So it's kind of nice.
so they can pick their bets.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. And like they each have their own crest and their own colors. Like at my college is on the south side. It's called Lovett College. And our colors are yellow and blue. And we have our own cheers. And yeah. And our mascot is a stag, which kind of looks like a deer. Because a long time ago, the students that were here before us, they decided a lot of things and made things traditions, and so we just carry them on. Yeah, so this is Duncan College. Their colors are green, and even you're called something. So you're called a Dunkaroo if you're at Duncan. And at Lovett, we're called... Okay, so this is Duncan Hall. We have to be quiet when we go in here, because there might be some people in science. Sometimes it's just random classes, but a lot of engineering students will have classes here. And whenever we go in, it's probably the most unique building on campus, just because it looks nothing like the other buildings inside. And you'll see whenever we go in.
Do you need a prize? This is where Mr.
But that was Duncan College. Yeah. Oh, really?
So beautiful. Shh. Mike Wazowski. Oh my God. God.
I don't know if we're going to be able to go to the art gallery, but we'll see. Here we can